In the summer of 2024, my camera took me to the northern coast of Minnesota on Lake Superior, where I did video and photography of the lighthouses they have along there. There are lighthouses in Duluth, Two Harbors, Grand Marais, and the Split Rock Lighthouse. Now we're going to start first in Grand Marais in the far north. When I was there that day, it was raining, so I didn't have much opportunity to do any real video or photography. But I did walk along the breakers that they had there, so you can see what it's like to walk out to the lights that they have there. Well, I am going to have to put away my little video camera. It's starting to drizzle pretty good. I have to whip out my camera really quick and get some shots. But here we are, Grand Marais lighthouses. As we continue going south down the coast of the Lake Superior, Minnesota coastline, the next lighthouse is Split Rock Lighthouse. It is now a state park, so the lighthouse is very well preserved and you can take tours there. There's a small museum that is very interesting to go through, and then you can walk the grounds and see the remaining structures. And in a little bit we will go inside one of the living quarters where one of the park workers will give us a little spiel as to the history of Split Rock Lighthouse. And here we are at Split Rock Lighthouse. I just left the little welcome center. It's kind of a gray, rainy day here today. And there's a school bus rolling in behind me. So I think I'm going to have a bit of a difficult time with the photography with kids running around in a little bit. Storage barn. The 3 storage barns were the first buildings constructed at the station. But one of them burned down. And here, this house right here is open. Please come in. So let's check this out.
Good morning.
Hi.
Come on in.
I'm doing video.
That's fine. Welcome to the home of what used to be the head housekeeper or one of his assistants. You'll see that there are 3 houses in this row. Each house actually homed a lighthouse keeper. In 1910, when they built this station, they did not have electricity here. Everything was lit by kerosene or heated by coal, or it was just mechanically driven, as you'll see with the clockworks when you get to the tower. This level is open for you to look through, as well as the upstairs. It has been remodeled so it would appear to you as it would have in the 1920s or thereabouts. While you're walking through here, if you happen to see any electrical cords, I'm just going to lie to you and tell you they're not there. I invite you to take a step back in history, enjoy yourself, walk around. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to come and ask. Apparently that's what they pay me for.
Okay. I do have one question. You have three lighthouse
Keepers.
keepers.
Yep, you had a head keeper, you had a first assistant generally, and you had a second assistant generally.
Why three? Because
It
usually
took 3 men to run this station efficiently. There was a lot of maintenance and a lot of cleaning that had to be done on a daily basis. A day off didn't happen. For the 8 to 9 months that you were on this station, you were working every day.
I'm not a lighthouse expert, but that seems to be unusual. Usually it's just one, I believe.
No. Quite honestly, a station this size, if you have only one keeper, he'd be up all night long and all day long doing the duties of a lighthouse keeper. That's a little bit too much to ask for one man to do. They each took 1 4-hour shift at night, tending the light and making sure that the kerosene was properly pressurized by the O2 tank and winding up the clockworks. And then during the day, they had to actually go and clean everything in that tower. You'll notice when you get there, all the brickwork is glazed enamel. That isn't to look pretty or for form, it's for function. It's easier to clean soot off. Kerosene produced a lot of soot, so every day that lens had to be cleaned off inside and outside. The windows had to be cleaned inside and outside. Then all the blockwork got cleaned. If you can imagine not having glazed enamel in there, if you had a rough-sided buff brick like you see on the exteriors of these buildings, after a month of trying to scrub soot off of it, they'd all be black. Black does not reflect light, black absorbs light. The white bricks actually help the lens to function the way it's supposed to. The lens is a third order Fresnel lens, and its sole purpose and configuration is a series of 252 prisms that gather light, bend it, reflect it, and then beacon it out the center plate. And it will pull light from its environment all the way around, not just behind it, but it'll pull light from around it as well. It redirects everything through the center plate. That is how it got its signature beacon or blink.
Okay. Well, we'll take a walk through and
Yes.
check everything out.
You enjoy yourself.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the little talk.
Yeah, this is actually this right here is a side box wood burner on colder days like today. I don't like being cold, so I start a fire in it. Once that fire gets going, it'll warm up this entire top and it'll help at least keep this one room a decent temperature.
Yeah. In another lifetime, I worked in a summer camp and in the mountains and actually cooked on a wood stove.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah, I do the same thing at my hunting shack. The downside is I don't have a nice stove like this. I got a little pot-bellied stove with a plate on top of it. And basically the only thing I can really do is heat up a can of soup. If I want real dinner, I got to trek out of the woods and go home.
okay.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Little pantry here.
Did you say something, sir?
I'm talking to my video. This is apparently a children's room. Little girl shoes and some dolls. So this apparently is made out to be a girl's room, though this is for an older woman right here. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Enjoy the rest of your visit.
If you did notice, you got a school bus coming, so
Yeah, it's gonna hit pretty quick.
okay, have fun. So that was the home of one of the lighthouse keepers. So let's go check out Split Rock Lighthouse. So look at this. The structure's built right on top of these rocks here.
Morning.
Hi. I'm doing video if that's okay.
Old-fashioned stove. We may put a fire in it today. I don't know. We have a school group coming now.
Yeah, the bus is right behind me.
Mhm.
I have my doubts that would keep this room warm enough.
Well, it does a pretty good job here, of course, when the door is shut, but doesn't do much for the whole building.
Okay. I think I'll go up and try to do what I can before the school bus comes.
Yeah, right.
It's a nice view there.
It's actually running. The mechanism is working, but the light is not on.
Tiny bird coming down. Oh, wow.
Kind of bad climb at all.
No. Oh, I only noticed. But it's different here. This is different. Reminds me of, oh, here. Has it got something to do with this thing?
It must. Heat up or something? I suppose from down below. You guys didn't see it, but down there. There's all the weights down there.
You don't get to see them in this kind of condition usually,
Yeah, it's very.
let alone be able to go up in them. Now, is this a job for you, summer job?
Yeah, it's just seasonal.
Beats McDonald's.
It does, absolutely. Get to interact with people. It's a lovely, lovely location. Lots of good history.
Okay, enjoy your summer.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Kind of gross looking halfway point.
Continuing down the coast going south, we next get to two harbors. Here we have the breakwater light, and as you can see, someone graciously left some graffiti on there. And there's also the red brick lighthouse. It is apparently a bed and breakfast, so I was not able to access it or get up close to it. But it's there, and it's a rather scenic view, so we'll be flying the drone and checking it out. last but not least are the lighthouses in Duluth, Minnesota. We are first going to explore Minnesota Point Lighthouse. It was first built in 1858, but what remains is just a few bits of ruins, and you have to take a little bit of a hike to get there. But it's a fun hike, and we get to see what's remaining. So here we go. I am currently hiking to Minnesota Point Light, which is where an old lighthouse, the remains of it, are still around. But the only way to get to it is to take this little hike. Some of it's through some sandy beach area. Here it's a nice little pine forest. Here we are, the Minnesota Point Lighthouse, at least what's left of it. Not a whole lot here remaining. When I get home, I will look up the history of the structure, see if I can give you more information. I'm curious as to whether there was any other structures here, any homes. There's a gap in the fence here. People have been inside. Of course, they've been spray painting also. You people who spray paint history, I don't have anything good for you people to say. It's just unfortunate we have jerks. Nobody cares about your initials. Nobody cares if you were here on such and such date. And a lot of you people, you come to these sites, you act like you're the first one here who's discovered it. Some of you are treasure hunting. These places have been picked over years and years ago. But for those of you who appreciate history and lighthouses, this is what the Minnesota Point Lighthouse looks like as of May 19th, 2024. And finally, our journey of Minnesota lighthouses brings us to the Duluth Harbor. Here you will find the Duluth North Pier Light, the Duluth South Breakwater Inner Light, and the Duluth South Breakwater Outer Light. Also, what makes a great backdrop is the harbor bridge that lifts up and down. So that is a fun thing to see. So if you're ever in Duluth, take time to stop and check out the lighthouses here. It's a whole lot of fun, very picturesque. Bring your camera. And there you go. That's where my camera has taken me this time. I have seen the Minnesota lighthouses along the coast of Lake Superior.